Hey folks, Goose Pond Monster here. It is Wednesday, April 30th, and I'm positive that is the correct date for today, as it is my grandma CB's birthday today. She is 81 years young, so happy birthday, Gran. And I should probably also mention her birthday twin, Willie Nelson, is also 81 years young today, so it's kind of cool that my grandma shares a birthday with Willie. Anyhow, I'm again on my way to meet Mamaw. We are going to go hit one of our spots in the woods to see if any mushrooms have come up after we had some rain the last couple days. She found some nicer sized yellow morels in the woods by her house Monday, Tuesday, something like that. So we're hoping that means they're coming up out in the woods where we do most of our hunting as well. So we'll get out there and see what happens. So stay tuned and see what we're able to find. Well, we're out here in the woods and haven't made it very far, and we were crossing a log, and Mamaw said she spotted a mushroom, and I got over here to investigate and wound up seeing a couple more. So right there is the one that she spotted from the log. Then there's this one right here also. And then a little further up the hill here is one that looks like it was kind of had some trouble popping out, so we'll go ahead and get this bark out of the way. So they feel pretty fresh. Just not seeing anything else on the hill here, so we're going to get farther back in the woods here and see if we can't find a few. Well, we still haven't really quite made it to where we've been finding them the last couple times out here, but we've kind of been scanning this hillside as we've been walking in, and actually found a nice little group here kind of close together. Got this one right here, and then got a couple right over here. They're kind of hard to pinch off at the stem when the ground's as wet as it is from the rain the last couple days. And then Mamaw spied this little group right down here. It's a nice little cluster. As I've mentioned a couple times before, you've got to make sure you kind of poke around the mayapples a little bit, because you're never sure what you might find. Got not necessarily really under a mayapple, but got a pretty nice one right here. And then Mamaw spotted these right here, right under the mayapple. Just a couple nice yellow ones that are just coming up. So, it's a couple pretty nice ones, and again, I think that's a promising sign for the deeper we get in the woods here, so we're going to keep looking around and see what we find. The nice thing when you get out here when the big yellow morels are up, is you can spot them from a little ways off, which I was standing, probably 8 feet or so, and just happened to glance over under this mayapple and found this one right here, which actually has been up a couple days, but pretty nice one, and it's a shame that the top's kind of crusty, but still go in the bag, and we'll get him soaking in some water and fry him up and make a sandwich with him. Well, I need to learn to not turn the camera off and maybe scan the area a little better before I turn it on. The one I just showed you, I found one pretty much just right next to it, and Mamaw is kind of looking around a little farther away and found a pretty nice one over here, just kind of peeking up through the leaves. It's a nice yellow one right there. That's definitely what we look for when we're out here. So hopefully we can poke around a little more and find a few more of these today and have a good day of it. So we popped over a little hill here. We've usually found them in the past. And actually stumbled on a nice little patch of them here. Gotta remember where they're all at. Where's the, oh, is that it?
Facing the north. Are those all gray?
Yeah. And there's
Rays are just coming up on these banks facing the north.
Mamaw found another one right up here. I'm not seeing any others in the immediate area, but that was a nice little group for this hillside, so we're gonna keep looking around and see what else we can find. I finished looking over the hillside where I just found a few more, and Mamaw went ahead and found this one, and then I'm gonna try and make it down this hill here without falling in the water to see if I can pick the one she found down here. Oh, just found another one on my way down here. That nice one right there, coming up out of the moss. Okay. And just kind of trying to scan this little spot here to make sure that I'm not going to miss anything. But got this one right here. I'm not seeing anything else. And there's a nice little group coming out of moss right up here. I think there's 5 of them. Or, I'm sorry, 4. There are 5, but there's only 4 in this little group. That one was kind of way down in there. It's kind of weird. And the prettiest of the bunch is this one right here. So that's for that little spot right there. It's not a bad little group. So we're gonna keep walking along and see what else we can find. Well, we left our spot that we were hunting earlier today and decided to come back to Mamaw's house here and poke around in a couple spots in the woods and walking along, and found a pretty decent one right here. Which, for basically being in the yard, that's pretty good. So poke around a little more and see if we can't find a couple more here in the woods around the house. Mamaw said she found a couple more up here as she's walking along. Oh, yeah, that one looks like it's been up a little bit. That's a really nice one over there. Yeah, it's a shame this one fell over, because that's a heck of a mushroom right there. That's what it's all about right there, folks, finding one like that. But like I said, it's kind of too bad because it fell over a little bit, but it's definitely a really nice morel right there. Again, we're here in the woods by the house, and got this one that's not fresh at all, but still it's a pretty good size. And then saw this one right here, which that's a really good one there. I love the fact that these size morels are growing in the woods right by Mamaw's house. And I hear her yelling out across the way here, oh boy, so I have to imagine she's found a couple pretty nice ones, so I'll take you over there and see what she's found. But as I said, it's pretty nice when you can find mushrooms like these just pretty much right next to the house. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's a nice yellow one right there. Again, as I said, that's kind of the thing you love when it comes to mushroom hunting, is finding one like that. And it's even nicer when you can find them right next to the house. But that's just a beautiful morel right there. I don't care who you are, I don't care how many you find, but when you find one like that, that makes your day in the woods well worth it. Again, we're here in the yard. Well, the woods kind of in the yard. I will be honest, I've never really looked for mushrooms in this area here, and it's kind of ridiculous, the ones that we're finding, but as you can see, there's a real nice one right there. And just looking up, I noticed, I believe that's a dead elm. As you can see, the bark's falling off of it, so that would explain why there's such a nice mushroom right here. So, and of course, it's got to be kind of down in the briars. They're never easy, but again, that's a beautiful morel right there, and it just kind of blows my mind that we're finding them basically right next to the house. So again, going to keep poking around, see if we can find a few more of these. Well, we got back in the house after we were poking around in the woods beside the house here, and got them all counted, and 78 altogether. Some pretty nice ones in that pile there. Some of the bigger ones there on the end were the ones we found here by the house. But like I said, it's a real nice pile of mushrooms. They're definitely starting to come up with some size. There are still some smaller ones out there, but like I said, most of the ones we found today were pretty good size. So it looks like it's raining outside right now, so that's probably a good sign. Probably got to work tomorrow, so but probably try and get back out on Friday. So hopefully I have some more video to share with you folks. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens this weekend.